What's the backstory with Carlos Hardy? Yeah.
Hello and welcome to What is the Backstory? I am Carlos Hardy. Thank you so much for selecting us. Go ahead and subscribe if you didn't already. If not, let's go. Okay, today we're going to be going into the writer's room and we're going to be talking about some really good stuff. I don't want to tell you about it just yet. Let's talk about our subject, Kanye West. Okay, now he's running for president. Why? I don't know. It's his prerogative to run. He hasn't even filed yet, which tells you his thinking and the strategy he's utilizing to try to, I think, push some votes to President Trump. It's really, this situation is crazy. And I'm just trying to figure out Kanye West, his motives, his way of doing things. So you all know who Kanye West is and what he's about. To me, he is what I call a narcissist and an egomaniac. Okay, he's someone who I think has, over the course of his career, built his career on sensationalism, being able to use controversy or be able to use anything that will push people to click on his links. I think Kanye West really has an issue. And some of you may say, oh, okay, that's just Kanye West. He's an artiste. And I get it. I'm an artist. We're all artists in some form or fashion. But he has single-handedly added to the deconstruction of what an artist is and what an artist can be about. Now, don't get me wrong, being an artist can be political. Most of his music, a lot of his music is very political oriented, but some of it is very just salacious. And you have to decipher that. I mean, I'm not a huge Kanye fan, but as a fan, if you're a fan, you have to decipher whether you are going to listen to his political views or just listen to him as an artist, because you have to either separate the two or take it for what it is. So Kanye West, over the course of the last, I would say 10-15 years, he exploded on the scene with his album that was critically acclaimed. It was an amazing album for a lot of people. And he has done a lot of things, I would say, for the art of music. But at the same time, I think Kanye has placed a handcuffs on music, and he isn't letting go. And it's up to, I think, the fans to differentiate his political stance from his musical, artistry. And like I said, that's not on me. That's on you. If you're a Kanye fan, you're a Kanye fan. Remember, he did the Taylor Swift run on stage. He did the whole President Bush hate black people, theatrics, TMZ, the whole slavery it was a choice, and that got a lot of people in an uproar. And I personally think that something mental is going on. And for a long time, sometimes it's hard to differentiate the artist from the psychological, philosophical being. And if you can't pull them apart, you're going to get someone like Kanye West who allows them to bleed or marry into each other. And they need to be divorced. The political aspect, the artistry, there has to be a divorce. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think he's a great artist. I really do. I think he's very opinionated, and his viewpoints are, I think, are obscure, and they are, kind of in the ethers almost. And sometimes that's good, because if you are an artist, you write music, you produce music, you create music, whatever it is you do, then that could be abstract. That means it comes from a higher place than you can possibly think of. And I think Kanye West does a great job at that. But I think where he goes wrong is he tried to politicize his music. And whenever you politicize your music, you're gonna have detractors, or you're gonna have fans who are gonna fall by the wayside. And that's what's really happening with him. It's like he's spiraling out of control. And I really will wish that someone would just get a hold of him and help him out. I do feel like he has some type of psychological, mental issue going on, some kind of breakdown. This is just my opinion, okay? I feel like all of the yes men that he's had in his life from the inception of his first album have done him a disservice, because anytime you have people all around you telling you yes, 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 and that's in the industry that he's in, then you know that they don't have your best interests at heart. You're utilized as, or you're used as a cash cow, or someone that's going to perpetuate stereotypes, or perpetuate music in a certain way or a certain genre. And the producers, the studio heads, or the record companies, they don't care. You think they do, but they do not care. They're going to use you as much as they can to get the most out of you. And then after you're done, they throw you away. But the one thing about Kanye is he's extremely talented. So he's a person that can't be thrown by the wayside. And I think that's what has kept him so relevant, because he's talented at producing, he's talented at lyrics, he's talented at his creativity and his music. And so you can't just throw him to the side. Someone like, I'm just giving names, like someone like when Vanilla Ice had his breakdown, or Aaron Carter has his breakdown, or Britney had their breakdown, people kind of threw them by the wayside, and they don't really have a big stance now, a platform like Kanye. But Kanye has stood the test of time because he is brilliant in what he does. I just think that having the people around him telling him yes to every single thing has hindered him, and it's going to continue to hinder him going forward until someone sit him down and pull his ego from himself and have a serious conversation with him. I think Kanye is an absolute talent. Don't get me wrong. I think his views is what's causing a lot of people to pull away from him, unfortunately. And I can foresee the end coming, not in a tragic way, but in a way where people are going to pull so much away from him that it's going to hurt him, because he thrives off his fans. He thrives off the sensationalism. He thrives off people and people having a conversation around him. Okay, that's what narcissists do. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. And until someone sit him down and say, hey, Kanye, this is not it, yo. This is not it. It's going to continue, unfortunately, to happen. Over the course of the last 10, 20 years, all the comments that he's kind of blurted out or tweeted or talked about, all the controversy that's surrounded him, I think he's created. And like a true artist, Michael Jackson created so much controversy around him. Same with Donald Trump. Sometimes they're polarizing figures, but at some point in time, you don't switch the channel. So you can't blame him for what he is doing. And that's the president, that's Kanye, that's whomever is in the public eye that is making a buck off of you. You have to understand that you could always switch the channel, you could turn it off, but you don't. So it keeps them what we call relevant. It keeps them purposeful to you and to the world. So until you say, no, it's over, I don't want to talk to you, it's over, they'll continue to do it. But I do wish him a speedy recovery in his effort to understand who he really is mentally, emotionally, because I think that is at the focal point of what he's trying to get across now. And I hope there is an intervention to help this man, because he really, really needs it. Okay, we all have our own opinions of how Kanye West became Kanye West, and I have my own revelation about how he became Kanye West, and of course it involves his beautiful wife, Kim Kardashian. Okay. So let's go into the writer's room and we can check out what I think has caused Kanye to become who he is today. Take a look. A bumpy ride has Kim and Kanye West in limbo. Kim clutches the rail with one hand while the other grips her jeweled encrusted coffee cup. The jagged ride sends her dark mocha splattering onto her white pantsuit. Kanye's feeling unbothered shifts back and forth as he unconventionally enjoys the unsettling ride to the 20th floor. Feeling anxious, he tugs at his oversized Chicago Bulls jersey. The elevator finally edges to a paralyzing halt. "What the hell was that, Kanye?" Kim complains as she dabs her stained suit with a napkin. "It wasn't that bad, Kim. Where are you taking me anyway?" Kanye retorts, exiting the elevator, riddled with a stern look on his face. "What is this place, Kim?" Standing in front of Kanye is a dimly lit corridor. Brass lighting fixtures align the obscured space. Soft clouds of sage twirl at their nostrils, provoking a few coughs. "Kanye, a few of my business partners have offices here. I think it would be great if you met them." "For a third date, Kim? This is weird." Walking with purpose, Kim unzips a bag and pulls out a white powder. She pours the mysterious contents into a cup of liquid. She smiles before handing Kanye the cup. Kanye takes a sip, coating the unfamiliar taste onto his palate. "Kim, what's this? It bangs." "Just a concoction I created to relax you, baby." Kanye's legs are like noodles now. He can barely hold himself up. He's momentarily incapacitated. Kim keeps a watchful eye over her new boyfriend, eyeballing his vitals. Kanye is released from his debilitating haze. He gingerly shakes away the fog that lags behind. Kim walks to the end of the corridor. Kanye willingly follows her like a puppy dog. The couple reaches a bronze door with stunning gold trim. There is a single bench sitting outside the bulky set of doors. Kim sits. Her face is like stone, emotionless. "Well, aren't you coming, Kim?" She ignores his question. Her hands fall perfectly on her lap. She stares into the distance. "Kim, are you coming?" Kanye barks with irritation lingering at the edge of his words. She doesn't answer. Kanye suspiciously pushes the double doors open with his palm. The room is oval with a few majestic lights hanging from above. 3 massive chairs sit in the back of the room. The blinding lights impairs Kanye's vision, but his intrigue compels him forward. "Hello? Who's there?" From behind, the door slammed with a mighty thud, rattling the wrapper. A disembodied male voice booms from the back of the room and reaches Kanye's ear. "Welcome, Mr. West." Kanye takes a cautious step forward. "Who are you?" "We are the gatekeepers." "Huh? Gatekeepers?" The man's voice lowers. "You were chosen at this point in time in history for the purpose of the gatekeepers." "Purpose? What do you want with me?" "Why do we want people like you, Kanye?" "Simple. Power. There are several like you in the industry that would say and do anything if programmed properly." "Yo, I'm not no one's puppet, bro." "Yeah, sure, Kanye. You would be programmed accordingly." "Are you crazy, bro?" "Huh?" Kanye attempts to make out what he sees, but the light casts prominent shadows over the men. "No, we're precise with our assessment. Your girlfriend made sure of that." Kanye swings around, glaring at the door. "Kim, you got me twisted." "Have you ever embarked in a game of chess, Kanye?" "Yes, I have." "Well, then you are aware that the pawns historically represent infantry, or more particularly, armed peasant or pikeman." "I ain't no fucking pawn, fam." "Then what are you?" Kanye backs away from the 3 towering chairs. Returning to the door, he bangs hysterically. "Kim, open the door!" The unknown man places a single cup of liquid on a small table in the center of the room. Before returning to his chair, the man's voice elevates to the heavens. "I promise the moment you take a sip, you'll feel better, Kanye." Kanye slowly walks towards the table. The more he fights, the closer he edges near the cup. Kanye's hands shake with trepidation. Something has got a hold of him, and it won't let him loose. The angelic voice softens, rippling at his soul. "Go on, drink it," the man says with a sadistic smirk on his face. The door opens just barely. Kim peeks inside, with her phone to her ear. "Yeah, I think we got him. Trust me, he will do whatever we want." Welcome back to What is the Backstory What did you think? Okay, I know it's stretching it, what I've written there about Kanye and Kim, but with what is happening in his life, I just thought it was fitting to throw Kim in a mix, the whole Kardashian family, throw them in a mix somewhere because he wasn't this, I would say, flamboyant with his life until he began to, until he got married and, it spiraled from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. It's fun. Remember, I'm just writing, my side of it, just something that's going to be fun and adventurous, maybe, that you can look at or read and think it's fun. It's really that simple. It's just a fun thing I do. I'm a writer, okay? Calm down. For all you writers and poets and script writers and movie writers and whatever, for all you people that are watching, okay? Let me tell you what the tip of the day is, okay? If you're gonna be writing your book, I want to tell you, try to have, well, you can, remember it's optional, but most of my books have them. It's what we call a subtitle, okay? I'll give you an example. This book is called The Bee Gene. You see that? And this here is the subtitle, okay? The subtitle tells you exactly, it's like a small tag. It tells you a bit about what the book is about. You can have them or you don't have to have them because sometimes your main title is so compelling that you do not need a subtitle. I usually do subtitles here and there, but for the most part, it's a choice and it's up to you, okay? So The Bee Gene is my book here, and the subtitle I wrote that I created, because you're probably thinking, what is The Bee Gene? As you're looking at one of my books, but then you look at the subtitle, it says, if you have it, they will find you, okay? So that kind of tells you in your mind, without reading the entire book or without, figuring out what the Bee Gene is, oh, okay, someone may be after someone may be chasing someone, or whatever the case may be. So that's what we call a subtitle. And that's the tip of the day. You can do it, or it's like I said, it's optional. I just think it also pulls people to your literature. That's the subject, okay? That was the subject of the day. Well, I thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There are going to be more stories to come. And I have some very, very interesting TV shows and movies that I'm going to be writing about. So give your comments of what you saw today. I would surely appreciate it, and make sure you like the video, and I thank you so much. Until next time, remember, everybody has a backstory, okay? What's your backstory? We all have them. Until next time, I'm Carlos Hardy.
What's the backstory with Carlos Hardy? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.